Namaste. This practice is part of a series of 4 core yoga flows that is great for beginners, or if you want to just gradually make your way back into a yoga practice if you've been away for a while. I also offer 4 core ab videos that go really well with these 4 yoga flow videos, and you can mix and match them and work your way gradually through them as you see fit. There is a link in the description box below where you can find the folder to where all of the videos reside, and there's also a link to a blog post where I've listed all of the videos with a little bit extra information in there in case you are wondering. But feel free to ask me any questions. Let me know in the comments how this feels, thumbs it up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you on the mat. We're going to begin on the floor again, just like in core flow number 1. So sit to the tips of your sitting bones and very gradually roll yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae. I find it nice to start in this position, and it's just good to start on the floor in this active rest position, knees together, feet apart, and just find the length of your spine. And also maybe feel like you're getting a little bit grounded into the earth and into the floor. So just notice how you feel. Place one hand on your belly, another hand on your heart. Just close your eyes and tune yourself into your breath. And just honor this moment. Honor the fact that you have now arrived on your mat. And just check in with how you're feeling, check in with your breath. And all that this is to find a connection to your breath, to your mind, to your spirit, and to your body. And just let the breath draw all the way down into your belly, and let your belly expand on the inhale. And you can keep both hands on your belly. And then when you're ready to start to exhale, feel the navel drawing further and further into the spine. Feel the pelvic floor drawing further and further up towards the navel. And again, see if you can find that point where they both meet together. And just feel that further integration through the lower belly. And do that again. Inhale, expand. And exhale. Feel it coming all the way together, going back to normal. And just a few more times, just in your own space. Inhale, expand. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale, expand. And exhale, back to normal. Then maintain that abdominal integration and toe heel your feet about hip distance apart, like we did in the first video. Lift your toes, lift your heels, and lift both of your legs off the floor, and you'll feel that it feels like you're lifting your legs from your core. So if it wasn't for your core, you wouldn't be able to lift your legs. That's when you know that you have that core integration. Then cup your hands around your knees, draw the knees away, lift your head, and continuing that process of rolling up as a connected unit.
And cross your ankles, roll over to your hands and your knees. Good. And let's do a few cat-cows and cat-cows in a circular movement. So keep the arms shoulder distance, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, rounded to cat stretch as you exhale. And inhale, arch to cow, curl the toes under. Just a few times here. Exhale, round it into cat. Just air out right there in between the shoulder blades. Inhale, arch it to cow. Draw them together. We're finding a balance of strength and flexibility and tone in the back body and the front body. It's a little mini vinyasa. And now let's see if we can find that circular movement. See if you can move a little bit sideways in a circular fashion. All right, so this way you get a little bit more into your side body while you're also working the back body and the front body. So you want to make sure that your head stays still here and your shoulders stay still. And just imagine that you were in a cauldron. And you want to try to get into the sides there and take advantage of all the space that you have. Okay, and then reverse in the other direction. So it might feel easy to do it in one direction, and then in the other direction it's a little bit more challenging. But this is what's fun about yoga, you know, it takes us into situations maybe where we feel like we're a bit on shaky ground, but then as we practice, we find our bearings and we find our balance. And then what seemed hard becomes easier. Okay, one last one. And it's all from practice, the willingness to want to put ourselves in these positions. Yeah. Round it into cat again, drop the head and just shake it loose. And then arch it into cow. And then come back into a tabletop position. Good. Now draw the knees maybe a little bit closer together and extend the right leg out. Lengthen from your heel to the crown of your head and then round it into a cat as you draw your nose and your knee together. And then inhale, extend just a few times. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Remember, it doesn't matter if your nose and your knee doesn't touch. One more. And then pause. Lift your left arm and hold it. Find your balance. Stay with your breath. Draw into yourself as you're opening up and expanding from there. And work the left arm behind you and see if you can take a hold of your foot or your ankle and then draw the leg away. So this will give your left wrist a bit of a stretch. If you felt that a lot in your wrist. Good, then extend the arm and the leg. And release the arm and the leg. And then readjust yourself. Extend the left leg out. Lift up as you draw in. And then round, nose to knee. And extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Just two more times. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Pause there. Lift the right arm up. Hold, breathe. Try not to sink. Try to draw into your core. Lift up and out of the shoulders and the hips. And then work the arm behind and take a hold of the ankle. Stretch the leg away. Good. And give the right wrist a good stretch there. Opening up through the chest. Excellent. Extend the arm and the leg. And release the arm and the leg. Yeah. Good stretching. Now turn your fingers to face your knees and just give the wrists a little bit of a stretch. A few cat and cows here. And give the forearms also a little bit of a stretch. So being on your forearms and your wrists now these days, this can be a little bit challenging. So just gradually gaining the strength in this area. Good. And then release it back like you're peeling your hand off the floor. All right, we're slowly working our way into a downward facing dog. Holding it here. Draw the legs back. Draw your chest towards your thighs. And then inhale, lift the right leg to three-legged. Exhale, draw the knee into the navel and step it forward. Come on to your fingertips. Roll the shoulders open. You can also place your hands on blocks if you want to come up a little bit higher. Line the right knee over the ankle. Draw in through the navel, lift through the heart, and reach that right arm up. You can look up, you can look to the side, or you can look down. Yogi's choice. Good. Then lower the right palm onto a block. Pivot your left heel in and reach the left arm up and over the left ear. So roll the navel and the heart up towards the sky and root into the outer edge of that left foot. Okay, make sure you don't sink into the right shoulder. Draw in and almost feel like you want to take the weight out of the right arm so that you engage through the legs much more. Good, and lower the hands back to the floor into a low lunge. And straighten out both of your legs. Come up a little bit higher if you need to. Roll the shoulders open and fold over the right thigh. And then from there, if you want to come a little bit lower onto the blocks or keep your fingertips on the floor, whatever feels good. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. Then bend the leg and step it back to downward dog. As you exhale, inhale, wave yourself into a plank pose and upward facing dog, just like we did in the first practice. And then exhale, go into a downward dog. Good. Now inhale, lift your left leg to three-legged. Exhale, knee into the navel, step it forward. Again, come onto your fingertips or place your hands on blocks. Line that left knee over the ankle and the second toe. Draw up into the abdomen and gently twist from the bottom of your ribs. You can look up to the side or you can look down. Try to maintain the length. And then lower the left hand onto a block. Pivot the right heel in. And then reach the right arm up and over the right ear into extended side angle. So root into the outer edge there of that right foot. Roll the navel and the heart up towards the sky. Try not to sink into the left side. Lift up. And find the lightness into the upper body. And the stability and the strength into the lower body. Good, and then release the right hand down onto a block again. Pivot that right heel off so you're in low lunge and try to straighten out both of your legs. Again, you can come up a little bit higher or you can go a little bit lower. Yeah, it's nice to have options, isn't it? We have lots of options in yoga. We just got to pick the option that works the best for us, yeah. So notice what that is for you at this point. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Good. Then bend back into a low lunge and exhale your way into a downward facing dog. Inhale, wave it into a plank and upward facing dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog again. Lovely. We're going to bend both of the knees now and walk our hands back into the feet. Inhale to a halfway pose. And then exhale, fold over your thighs. And then inhale, you're going to rise all the way to the top. And then exhale, touch Ajna Chakra, the center right in between the eyebrows. The center for intuition, inner knowledge. And then your heart, Anahata Chakra, the center for compassion and unconditional love. And then rest the arms at the side of your body. Good. We're going to open to the side into a temple pose. So go as deep into it here as you can. See that your knees are over your ankles. Allow the knees to draw towards your little toes. See if you can keep your toes a bit lifted and root into the four corners of your feet. And just take a few little dips down and lift it up. So just strengthening our legs, just finding that strength and that grounding. So just a few more times, lowering it down and lifting it up. And now we're going to go side to side. So you're going to dip it down and then step the foot behind you. Take a hold of your wrist and then open to the side. And then go back into the temple pose. Dip down, cross the foot behind, take a hold of your wrist, roll it open, and keep going. Inhale down, exhale, open. Inhale down, exhale, open. So you have a little bit of strength going on. So because we're working our large muscle groups, I'm losing my balance. You have to use your breath a little bit more, and you might find that your breath changes a bit. So it becomes a little bit more muscular endurance. Last one. And pause. Excellent. Hold it there. Rest your hands on your thighs and just rotate a little bit side to side. So feel that twist happening from the bottom of your ribs. Keep the navel drawn in. Breathe in and breathe out. Just free breathing here. And then pause it to the center. And from there, you're going to work your hands to the floor. Lift your heels and just turn your heels out for intense leg stretch. And just extend the legs out. Extend the arms out. Let your head drop. And you get a nice little inverted position here as well. A deep stretch into the hamstrings, into your chest. Good. Then lift your chest and we will walk our way over to face the back. Okay? Lower the back knee into the floor and toe heel your foot to the side and see that your foot is basically on 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Ground the palm and reach the arm up. And then bend the back leg and take a hold of your foot. And then open the chest so you'll get a deep stretch into your right quadricep, the muscle in the front of your thigh. But you'll also get a nice back bend, so opening up the chest and the shoulders. Good. And then slowly rewind. Work your way back into the center. And then we'll go into the front. So your front, toe heel, the foot to the side, and see now that your foot is on 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Lower the back knee to the floor, lift, open, reach the arm to the ceiling. And then you can bend the back leg, take a hold of the foot or the ankle. Use the strap if you need it. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, and release. Slowly work your way back into a low lunge position, and then exhale it to downward facing dog. Ooh, yay. So good. Last one, inhale, wave it into a plank pose, an upward facing dog. And then exhale into a baby cobra. Hold it there. Inhale to upward dog. And then exhale, round it into cat stretch. Inhale, arch it into cow. And then exhale back into child's pose. Draw the hips back. And then withdraw, roll yourself up. While you keep your toes curled under. Bring the arms behind you, interlace the fingers and stretch the arms away. So this might feel quite intense from all the way from your toes to your feet, through your body. If it's too intense, of course, point your feet and to sit on your heels. Okay, and release the arms and just shake it loose a little bit. So good. You're just going to turn to the side, extend the legs out in front of you. Keep the knees bent if needed. Sit to the tips of your sitting bones. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, hinge it forward. Good. And just wiggle a little bit side to side or swing and sway a little bit side to side if that feels very tense into your lower back. I mainly want you to feel a release into your lower, middle, and upper back. And then if you feel like you can straighten out your legs a little bit more, go for it. And just shake out your head a bit. Take a few breaths here. Full breath in and full breath out. Good, and slowly come up. Yeah, so good. Take the blocks and form the T shape again, which we did in the core sequence. And rest back onto the blocks. So find the height that works the best for you. And work the soles of your feet together and knees open. And if it feels too intense to keep the knees all the way open, place some pillows behind your knees. Okay? And then just rest the arms at the side of your body. Close your eyes, just letting the chest open up a little bit further. And that will just give ease into your shoulders, into your neck, into your jaw, into your arms. So this will help your posture, to maintain good posture. And also very good for helping to uplift you and also increase energy. So just take a few more moments here. Stay for as long as you want to. And when you're ready to come out of it, slowly work your legs together. And never come out of it straight up. Always make sure that you roll yourself to the side. And feel free to stay there for a moment. And then push yourself up. And of course, if you have more time, you can also, of course, rest back into Shavasana. I'm just trying to make these as accessible as possible, so that at least if you have this amount of time, you will then have been able to do a full, complete practice. All right, I hope you feel good. I hope this was exactly what you needed today and you feel energized and ready to take on what you need to take on. Namaste.